Hello and welcome to Taurean Tarot. In today's video, we're going to continue our work with Healing with Tarot using the book Tarot Healer by Lisa Robertson. And we're going to be focusing still on our root chakra and how it affects our sense of the present. So if you're ready to get to work on that, take a second before we get started and hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying this work. As always, before we get started with working with our root chakra, we want to make sure that we're grounded and present. So take a moment, get comfortable, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths. Let the events of the day just melt away. That's in your past. Today we are focused on the present. And the present is the moment that you are in right this second. What's going on right now? You're calm, you're centered, you're focused. Your feet are planted firmly on the ground, whether you're sitting in a chair, sitting on the floor, or even standing watching this video. Feel those roots coming from the soles of your feet and planting firmly into the ground, holding you in place but also connecting you with the earth. Feel the energy from the earth flow from the ground up into the soles of your feet and traveling up your chakra pillar all the way to your crown, where the branches of your beautiful tree flow and reach towards the sky. It is here that we open ourselves up to the divine and the source, or whatever it is that you believe in that's out there. And this is where we get our messages from. This is where our intuition lives. This is where our light comes from. Those branches feed those leaves that are coming out from your crown chakra. And just as a tree, you're soaking in that light to give yourself the nourishment that you need to not only survive but thrive. So picture yourself as that tree, standing tall, strong, and rooted. Thank yourself for showing up today, being open to the exercises we're going to do, and taking the time to actually do the exercises so that you can grow and be the person that you are meant to be. So now that our crown chakra is open and our root chakra is rooted, just take one more deep breath. And as you exhale, slowly open your eyes. And with that, we're ready to get to work. Thank you for taking those moments with me. It's always important to just take that time for yourself, even if it is a minute or two, just to breathe, just to be. And remember that you are here for a reason. And you are important. It's so easy to just let ourselves go through the motions of life and go to our job to pay our bills and take care of our family. And it's just so easy to neglect ourselves, which is why I think this work is so important to do. And I'm really appreciative of those who take the journey with me. So with all of that, let's see what Lisa has to say about the present and how it relates to our root chakra. The root chakra deals with the right now, not the past, not the future, but the moment you are in. When we think about all the issues the chakra deals with, it is only logical that it can't see behind the energy that now surrounds it. This is one of the keys to healing and restoring this energy center, because you can change how you think, feel, act, or react in the moment. You can ask yourself if you are safe, if you are secure, if you feel stable and connected right now. Right this second while you take a breath. Understanding that the root chakra doesn't deal in the past and can't see beyond the moment is a liberating and important lesson. When we remind ourselves that being in the moment benefits the root chakra, we also remind ourselves that being in the moment helps us feel safe, helps us make a connection with our bodies and the world that surrounds us, and makes us able to move forward and grow. Being present, however, seems to be harder to do than it ever was before. We live in a world of distractions. We are constantly being asked to answer for the past and make plans for the future. No matter where we turn, someone or something is trying to move us out of the moment we stand in. How many times have you driven to a destination and not really remembered how you got there or lost track of the time it took? Somewhere during the journey, you lost your connection with the present moment and allowed your focus to drift away, either off to the future or to the past, or maybe off to a totally different reality. Driving a car is one of those times when our lives and the lives of others depend on us being present, grounded, and rooted to our task. Yet the reality is many of us are not, and we have all had moments where we have had to remind ourselves to stay focused on the road and all that entails. At this point, those of you familiar with chakra work might be trying to convince yourself that this is not a root chakra issue, but a higher chakra concern. And that maybe this present moment stuff is all about awareness, and we should not be talking about this until we get to the third eye or crown chakra. This is a common mistake and one of the reasons a lot of people struggle with opening up their third eye, connecting to their intuition and allowing themselves to truly expand and grow their awakened awareness. If you can't get it right here at the root, you won't be able to get it further up the chakra pillar. Here in the root is where it all begins and from where the energy grows. It is from the root we draw up the energy we wish to expand and grow, but it must be here first. You can't grow a seed that doesn't exist. Go on, try. I dare you. I find that really interesting. I actually didn't read that before I did the meditation, and that just goes to show you how strong your intuition can be, because I feel like a lot of that related to the meditation I had you do before we even started reading that. And she makes a lot of valid points. And let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below on how you feel. So let's see what exercises she has us work on to help us be more in the present moment. We're going to start this exercise by removing the 4 aces from our deck and laying them out face up in front of us. So if you're new to tarot or you're not familiar with it at all, you may not know, but aces are normally represented by a seed that the universe is offering you. It's an opportunity to start your path on a new goal or a new opportunity. So when you think of starting a garden, you start out with your seeds and you plant them. Now, nature can take over and do its thing, but it's also your nurturing of that seed that helps it grow. So depending on which ace you're looking at and the element that it represents is the type of opportunity that would be being presented to you. So we have the Ace of Cups here, which cups are emotions. Love is often explored within this suit. So if you look at your keywords here, you have new beginnings, new relationships, new romance, happiness, joy, etc. When we look at the Ace of Wands, wands are a symbol of the element of fire, which goes towards creativity and passion. So some of the keywords associated with this would be physically starting something, a creative spark, a new passion. For the Ace of Swords, the suit of swords itself is a symbol of the air sign, which correlates with our thoughts. So these would be like new ideas. And generally when you see a card like this, it's a sign for you to put your thoughts and your ideas into action. Then finally, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Pentacles being the earth sign, dealing with security and prosperity. This is all going to deal with money. So you may have a new financial opportunity that's either been presented to you and now is a good time to take action with that opportunity, or something that's coming, whether it be a new job, a promotion, an investment, things like that. So now that we're familiar with each of the aces, we can think of these as the same as the present moment that we are in right now. Right this second is an opportunity for you to take time for yourself. It's an opportunity for you to take a lesson that is going to help you put something into action to either heal yourself, help yourself, or let yourself grow. So that is why we are focusing on the ace cards right now. I want you to take a moment to look at the 4 aces and see how each one of them makes you feel. And what would be one thing that you would want to work on? What seed would you want to plant to help improve your life? Is there a new relationship you want to focus on? And mind you, that could be a relationship with yourself. It doesn't have to be with a partner. Do you have a new project that you've been wanting to start? Do you have a new idea that you've been thinking about you might want to put into action? Or is there a job change that you've been wanting? Or strength to ask for a promotion or to go for a different position within your current company? Really take the time to consider that. And once you've decided which seed you would like to plant, put that card aside, because that is going to be the significator for this chapter. Now, if after some reflection you're not sure which direction you would like to go, take a deep breath, place your hand on your heart, and ask yourself, what seed needs to be planted into my root chakra today? Now place the same hand over the 4 cards in front of you and see which one gives off a response. It could be a spike in energy, it could be a warmer energy, a cooler energy. Just take your time and go take your hand over them. Some of them even might be a magnetic pull for you. Whatever works for you. This is a good practice for you if you're just learning how to work with your intuition. I could have easily picked any one of the ace cards to use as my significator. So many different opportunities in my life right now that I want to work on. So instead of hemming and hawing over the decision, I decided to go with the exercise I just suggested and take myself out of the equation and let my intuition do the work. And ultimately, it told me to go with the Ace of Pentacles. Probably because of all of the house projects I mentioned in my previous video. So I'm going to go with that. Let me know in the comments below which ace you decided to go with. And once you've done that, take to your journal and explore what opportunity is being presented to you with this seed and what you hope it does for your root chakra. Some things you may want to explore in your journal would be how you would prepare the ground for the seed. So what steps would you take to prepare yourself for the opportunity? If it's a relationship, is there any healing that you need to do with yourself to be ready to accept a relationship? Or maybe it's going on a date, or that you've been wanting to go on but haven't had the courage, or downloading a dating app. For the Ace of Wands being a new project, are there supplies you have to purchase for the project? Have you just not had the motivation to start that project? Decide what it would take to actually get you to make that initiation of the project. If it's time, go to your calendar and pencil it in. Make that time for yourself to work on that project. If you selected the Ace of Swords, start exploring those ideas that you have, and maybe take the time that you're using for your journal to expand on those ideas. And then finally, if you're like me and you decided to go with the Ace of Pentacles, I'm definitely going to have to do some exploring with this myself as to how I want to cultivate my seed. I'm slated to get a promotion here shortly, so something I may focus on in the next week or so would be making sure that I'm doing everything I need in order to make that promotion go through. And also really studying my finances to see where I can start saving so I can put it towards the projects I have to do in the coming up weeks. So believe it or not, this is the only exercise that is a part of this chapter. Very short one today, but I think gives us a lot of things to think about and how we can start digging our roots a little bit deeper and allowing us to become more present in our lives. And we're almost done with our root chakra work too, which is really exciting. We've definitely learned a lot. I know I have personally. And I'm looking forward to finishing this up and finishing out the root chakra section of my visual journal, which I've had so much fun working with. So those will be the next videos to come out. And the last chapter of the root chakra will be after that. And that is going to be focusing on the material, which goes back to our Ace of Pentacles. And if you want to be notified when that goes up, if you could just take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. That should let you know when those videos are available. And until then, take care and be well.